If you are still stretching lines manually in AutoCAD, stop hurting yourself. Instead, use Extend. Hey there, and welcome to AutoCAD 2025 series. I'm Reza, your host in this YouTube channel, Civil Engineering with Reza. Today, our focus is learning the Extend command. We will learn from A to Z to make you a master in this process. Are you ready? Let's go! As usual, the first step is knowing how to call the command. We can call the command in three different ways. The first way is coming to this Modify panel, and from here we have access to Trim and Extend command. If I left click, now it's active. The second way is coming to this Modify in menu bar, and here I can select the Extend. That's it. Now, the last case is using its alias. I can type EX, or you can type the full command. By using its alias, that is EX, I can say enter, now it's active. Now it's time to know what is its usage. Actually, we use Extend to grow our object until a boundary edge. So it is the exactly opposite of Trim. Because of that, as you see, they are in the same group in the Modify panel. We will know how we can change and shift them between them quickly. But now, let's solve these easy examples as you can see. To see our first example and learning the process in a practical manner, let's go quickly here and call our command. As you see, like the trim, we have mode. If I select on this, I have quick and standard. You know from previous tutorial that what is the difference between them, but I tell here in a quick manner. When we use quick, it means that intrinsically the AutoCAD considers select all the objects as my boundary edges. But now, if I say that I use standard, I myself select the boundary edges. So if I want to use it in a quick manner, the quick case makes me to improve my speed. But if I want to work in an exact manner to select the boundary edges by myself, the standard is the case that you can use. To see that, for example, as you see, it is in quick manner. It means that you don't need to select your boundary edges. You can directly come to your object, and by selecting on this, or for example, drawing this line, make your objects in extended form. But as you can see, if I change my mode to a standard and say that this is the standard mode, and if I call my command, as you see, I cannot directly extend this object. At first, I need to select the boundary edge. So this is my boundary edge. And I say enter. After that, I need to select them. And as you can see, I can extend the objects that I want to be grown. Now, we'll learn that what we mean by the difference between quick and standard. But now, as you can see in the subcommand of the quick, or also in the standard, we have the subcommand of boundary edge. What is the meaning of this? It means that at first, by using this, you select the boundary edges. So when it, as you see, it is intrinsically in select all. It means that it considers all the objects as the boundary edge. But for my example, this case is a good boundary edge to my problem. If I say enter, now like previous case, I can say that this is the case that I want to extend them. After knowing this, let's learn about the subcommand of crossing. As I select here, in this case that you see, when I select the crossing, in here, let's do this process in this example. It's easier to do. When I say crossing, I can select the left side and the right side, it's done. It means that all the ones that have crossing with my objects are extended in this manner. But as you can see, if I do this in here, let me get back to the crossing case. As you see, if I extend it, here is the problem. As you see, this case, the problem is that this line is also extended. I want to give you an important tip here. Let me get back, and from here, let me draw a line on this object. This is the midpoint of this object. this line. As you can see, if I select the object, it is in quick manner. Until the time that I select on this till the midpoint of that, it means that upper half of that, as you see, it extends based on the uppercase. If I click on this, it extends based on this edge. But if I get back to bottom of this part from this line, as you see, it cannot extend. Why? Because there is no edge. If I draw a line here as an edge for that, and I say that extend, if I come to this part, this time as you see, it extends to lowercase. It is important that if you select from the right side of that, it means that you consider the midpoint of your object from its right side, it extends based on that part. When I say left side, it extends based on that part. It was also our other example. Now let's see the third example. Here is important. In here, as you can see, if I want to extend them, as you see, I need to do in this manner to extend them. It's similar to which case? In previous case, I was pressing my left click and moving my mouse. But I can also say that I use the mode of standard. From here, I use fence. I use fence to draw a zigzag line. Here, I don't need to press my mouse. I click, one click, the other click, the other click, the other click. In one process, I did similar case of the other. As I told you previously, in AutoCAD, you have different ways to work with that. Feel free to see that in which case you are comfortable and which case is good for your problem. Now let's see other example. In here, I want to extend these lines based on this boundary edge. I can extend these cases, but if I want to extend them, it is not possible. Is there any solution? Without stretching this line, I extend them? I need to say, yeah. What is that? I can come to this edge. It's in subcommand of standard case. I use edge. Here, as you see, it is no extend. If I change it to extend, in here, it imaginary extends this line, and I say that this one, this one, this one, this one. It's done. So there is no need that you stretch this one as your boundary edge, then extend them, then after that, delete them. It's wasting the time because you have access to professional manners. I want to give you a bonus here, and I told you previously that you can shift between the trim and extend in a quick manner. Let me extend these two cases too. Now imagine that in this process that my extend is active, I don't want to deactivate my command, go out of my command, then call the trim and work with trim to delete this part, then get back to extend. I can easily press the shift, and by left click on this, it works as trim. As you see, I'm pressing the shift key here. I shouldn't get my hand out of that. I'm pressing it, and if I get out of that, it changes automatically to extend. So it means that in this manner, you can quickly change between the shift and extend. It was all the information about the extend command, and I tried to teach you from A to Z to make you a professional and a master in this process. If you enjoyed, like and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to our channel to be part of our community. Thanks for watching, best wishes, take care, and goodbye.